sandwiches work real well. And I have and there's soup, can of soup, and there's also ice cream, a lot of ice cream, and up full, you know. So I will be working on expanding the repertoire. It's nice having an event like this because there's tons of food. It's amazing, and it shows up, and I don't even have to open my mouth. It's just there. I was very concerned about Dutch because she brought Dutch in, the two of us together, and I wanted Dutch to have some idea of what was going on. So before they took her to the ambulance, I put Dutch up on the bed, and he went over and he sniffed her. I think that might have given him a clue as to what might be going on. So Dutch was off the bed. Now I'm Dutch's primary buddy. He will try to drag me to bed. Way too late, let's go up to bed. So he's looking out for me also. And I do walk him, but not as much as he should be walked. But then there are walkers around. Everybody should stay in place. Just keep on with this, feed me, take care of that. Lake is out there. There's now a new one, outdoor shower. I used to give all these talks all the time, but it's harder and harder to do it because the words have disappeared, and it takes a while to try to call them out.
But you do have your presentation ready too.
Oh, okay. Well, let's take a look at the slides. Yes, the center picture is her, and this would be her mom and her back in the early days. Here we are getting married, and that meant walking up the hill from the farmhouse up to the top of the hill where we had the ceremony take place.
Who are all these people?
Well, let's see. We have a member of the Beatles right there. There. And Ed Poe is behind us. He was one of our buddies from the Towngate Theater.
Wait a minute, Ted. That's Donna, right? Is that you right next to her?
This is Donna, and this is me.
Look at all that hair.
Well, yeah. The only difference is it's not brown. It's now white.
Go ahead.
And then we have one of our best friends from Wheeling, Sharon. That's Sharon that went into blues. And then behind her is, I don't know, but possibly someone who was brought along to help with the little kids. There's you can see Dina back there,
Maybe
and
Tracy back
Tracy's
here.
back behind there. Donna's ex is the guy in the back.
That's nice of him.
We had, it was a very, it was not a nasty kind of a divorce. It was, I just can't stand living with you anymore. Then, okay. And then tried to keep him involved as much as we could in the family. And, well, I don't actually remember some of these people. But there weren't that many. Yes, there's the gang. There's the gang. Yeah. And this was maybe a couple of years after our marriage, because Becky is not a baby. Baby Becky was a baby, actual baby. Donna was. You have to give Donna credit because she was not sure that she could handle these 4 kids. That's a lot. Plus a baby all of a sudden. But a lot of effort, a lot of persuasion, and finally she came along for the ride. This is a party at the farm. That's one of our best friends, Pat Jacobson, in the background. This is Tracy here.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that looks like Dina. And then between Dina and Adrian is a tiny little Rebecca face. Just barely showing. Here we are at a an inn on the coast of Maryland on the Delaware shore. This is where the father of the person who financed the American Revolution, that person was Morris somebody. And this is where he grew up with his father. And this is our friend who is an author who has written a fantastic book called White in Watercolor. And she was giving a talk at this inn, so we went down there and enjoyed a great time with that. Going back in years, and we've got a couple of babies. If anybody knows which ones they are, Donna would know immediately, of course, who is who, but I'm afraid I'm not right up on that. This is Ariana, not the Ariana of Twin Lakes.
The Ariana of Twin Lakes. I like how that sounds.
This is the Ariana of Dina, and her new baby, and that new baby is a great grandchild. So Donna had a great grandchild for a while, and if she's upset about missing anything, it would be missing this little thing. But it's really incredible. Watching this little thing grow is incredible. Here we are with some of the other members of the family. Dina is telling them the rules. And Josh is Tracy's son, and his girlfriend is the next one there. And then Juliana and Cassandra is Tracy's daughter, and Cassandra's friend is next to her. And oh yes, the great-grandchild. Staring into the future, trying to figure out what it's all about.
Amira.
And here we are outside going to a flower show in North Carolina, and the hottest day of the year. I can barely breathe.
This is Tracy's crew again.
Yeah. Oh, who's that? Oh, God. I think this is Adrian, isn't it?
I'm Gray.
Whoa! And then we have Cameron. This is Tracy's son. You know what this is. This is Twin Lakes. Here we are. And this would have been, look at all the ice cream. That might have been my 80th birthday, wasn't it? My 80th birthday. So here's the crowd. Yep, here we all are. Gathered around the fireplace. Oh, look. This is the book buddies from Delaware. These are the people who Donna made friends with, and they were all crazy enough to recognize that I belonged in the group. and they're coming here at the end of the month. And they will meet Swami Yashodananda. That's going to be interesting, because I'm going to have to tell them it's okay. You can say what you want, like you usually do. It's okay. You're not going to go to hell or anything. This is the gang that makes crossword puzzles. And they're excited because they found the last puzzle piece in somebody's pocket. It had been lost and they were frantic. They didn't know where is that puzzle piece, and they found it, so it was a big event, and we took a picture. That's a picture that we saw today. That was sitting on the. There is Emma and Zach is somewhere on the stairs. There he is, keeping an eye on him. Now we know who this is. This is somebody who, after busting his butt in the hot sun, working hard for a week, finally gets a chance to relax and enjoy the lake.
Thank you, John Hardward.
That's right. That's right. This was an event on the ocean at Delaware. The gang gets together and has a fire on the ocean. Donna loved the ocean. Just loved it. This is a party. Is this Rebecca's party? Was that?
The Becky 5-0.
Oh, the big 5-0 in West
Point out-
Virginia in Bridgeport, right?
Point out Autumn Clay, so they know who my kids are.
Yeah. See, there's Autumn, and she's holding a mirror.
Yep, you're right.
And I think you know who this is. There's Donna. No, Donna is up there. Yeah, over there.
And
That's
Becky,
right.
and this is Clay.
That's Clay. That's right.
My son and my daughter.
Right. They are graduating from WVU this coming. No, it's
And this is
next-
Christina, my wife, if anyone doesn't know
Yeah,
Christina.
Christina's there. So, okay. This
Clay and
is
Sophia.
Clay and his buddy Sophia. This is the AARP chorus. And Donna loved singing in the chorus. It was so wonderful, so much fun. And they would practice and practice and practice. And put on various, they had two different shows, one in the spring, one in the fall, one in the spring, one Christmas. And many of these people are her good buddies. And of course, to lose her in the chorus was a terrible blow. And she sang in certain other choruses too. This is a different one. And yeah, she's right there. Here's the audience, the appreciative audience to that performance. This is the author, B.B. Shamp, who has written this great book, and that we were involved in going around and trying to promote it.
I'm guessing book club.
Well, I don't recognize it. Might be some of the Democrats. It might have been one, but might be the book club too. I don't know. Some more of the gang in Delaware. Good friends, a lot of fun. And here they are again. I'm in the back. I'm pushed in the back, out of the way. Here they are. Yep. This is the gang, and then here they are at Tanglewood. At Tanglewood. You'll notice that lack of hair is one of the characteristics of these buddies. Here we are at Ventforth ancient house, old guy's house. Yep. Boy, there was a lot of eating going on. Yeah. And getting ready for Christmas. There they are. Oh, this is a Democratic issue. They were cleaning up the neighborhood. Bags, and I pitched in too. I was there. Donna managed to drag me into the Democrats. But it was an easy drag because I joined as soon, the day after the Orange Man was elected president. So here we are, we were picketing something. Oh, it wasn't Robert's Repair, that's this place. We're picketing ban assault weapons. Right, there you go. Okay. Here we are at Red Rocks, Colorado. Yes, this is an adventure going out to visit. Now let's see, who were we visiting? Oh, it's those two right there. We were visiting them. Yeah, Kim and Buzz. That's right. Yeah, that we were.
Yeah, another really good one.
Yeah, her. We had to have that in here. That picture. This is what's his name? Nicholas, who is their kid.
Getting
That was his
married.
wedding.
Married. Oh, hold on. And you see, I have to give Donna credit because when we went on long trips, there were certain places that I really wanted to go, including the Royal Society in England. So she put up with this. This is like a little museum inside this place. It's a wonderful museum. But she was very game, and particularly in Hawaii. With all the things there are to do in Hawaii, she joined me on a trip to the top of the Mauna Loa, where they have the astronomical observatory.
Right.
And that was exciting. It was exciting because it was so high up I wasn't sure if we were going to live. Oh yes, in England. We had an England trip with the gang. And here we are planning the assault on my castle. Castle Arundel is in my inheritance. No, that's the problem. I didn't inherit anything. This was from William the Conqueror. He had that castle built as part of fortifying England after he came in. And so we decided to go there and to take it back. So this is my friend Redshaw. And we went up to the gate and I explained to them that my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather built this place and I want it back. He said, first you've got to buy the ticket of admission. He did not quite, he was not fearful. And then he said, you're Americans, aren't you? So that was...
He was listening to you very well.
This is some of the, this is Redshaw's wife over the far end. This is one of my former bosses at Bayer. And this is a friend from England. And maybe, is that? Oh, that must be the end of the show.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Very
Yep.
good. That was
Very
great.
nice.
Very good.
Good. Thank you.
If anybody wants to take me off of the stage and get the hook and yank, you can easily do it by simply saying, I'd like to say something. I have something to say.
I'll go ahead and go next.
You're going to be next. Excellent. Wonderful.
Exit the stage left.
Exit right down the front.
Hi, everybody. If anyone don't know, I'm Adrian Spickler, Ted's son, Donna's son, and I can't tell you enough how much we appreciate everybody coming out. Mom would love this so much. She would have just first saw all the camaraderie and family and friends and everybody getting together and just ate it all up with everything she had. And then she'd think, oh crap, who's going to do all the sheets? And then Dina would read her mind and say, don't worry, Mom, I'll help. We'll take care of it. We'll be all right. But at any rate, before I actually get started, I want to mention that Mom loved to do scrapbooking. Kim knows very well that fact as her scrapbooking partner. And so she had a whole lot of scrapbooking supplies. And my wife, Christina, loves to do card crafts, which uses very similar supplies, pretty much the same stuff. And so one of the things Christina did as her way to show how much she loves everybody is she took some of Mom's supplies and made cards. So there on the card table in the middle of everybody are cards that were made by Christina with Mom's stuff. So we would invite everybody to take a card or two and think of Mom as you send the love off to somebody else.
That's wonderful.
Okay? So and that was Christina and Mom working together. As I sort of mentioned, Mom's love is just overwhelming. The Bible talks a lot about love and how important love is. It is love that brings meaning. So it is through this prism that I like to say that Mom loved. Is she loved to travel. Cruises, England, the Baltics, Hawaii, many places in the U.S. She loved exploring the idea of being a travel writer. And I was blessed to be on a lot of those trips. I was in Florida and Alaska, and of course to the beaches. Everybody knows how much she loved the beach. Most of you probably know that while traveling, Mom drove. And she wasn't a timid driver. She had a plan, and there were things to do, places to go, and she was going to do it. And so she wasn't going to let anyone get in her way. And so my wife, Christina, and I would give each other looks as we're speeding through the winding roads of West Virginia, holding on, and then very thankful once we arrive, and wondering how she never got speeding tickets. Of course, yeah, I can't say I drive too fast too, but she was a safe driver, and it was always an exciting journey. But my advice to others was always, get out of her way. Mom loved her friends and her causes. Daddy was showing you the Delaware stuff. She was just active in so many things. As Christina would say, Mom was the epitome of be the change you want to see in the world. And she worked hard and met great people along the way. And she always understood very dearly that it is these relationships that matter. And she always worked at cultivating those relationships with everybody. It's just amazing how she could do that. Mom loved her children, her grandchildren, her great-grandchildren. Back in the 70s, she'd already had Tracy and Dina, but then she agreed to take on the little Hellions and myself and Becky. Well, that must have been a real shock. I can't imagine what that must have been like for her. But Mom did love us, and how I know how much she loved us and how proud of us she was is because she told us all the time, over and over again. And actually, our last conversation were happy and loving and fulfilling. And my last words to her were, "I love you more." That was the answer to her. I love you. And I can't say enough how much that meant to me. So I want to tell everybody to, use her example. Don't wait. Always tell everybody all the time, even when it's annoying, because in the end, they know. Mom loved God. She may not have been currently affiliated with the church, but she was the most spiritually connected person I know. And there are actually events that happened around her in my life that many would call supernatural, but to her, it was just natural. And I was the witness to one of these events. Growing up, I was more into science than spirituality. I was more into truth than faith, but it was just Mom's gentle understanding that both can be right that really helped in my spiritual journey. And so with that, I know that she's up keeping an eye on us, and that brings me comfort. So they say rest in peace, but I know Mom's got plans. She's got things that need done, and so my recommendation to everyone is just handle it.
Very well done.
Anybody else would like to speak?
No, I will. I gotta get my notes too.
Thank you.
I didn't say anything in Wheeling because I thought this time I wouldn't do this, but so my name's Patty. I'm from Wheeling. Met Donna and Ted early 80s when most of us were working at Ogilvy. And the thing I remember the most was being invited over to their farm for dinner, which was an event. It was platters of food, Donna serving with a smile, all these kids around the table, which weren't ours, they were before. And there always seemed to be chaos going on in the house, one way or another. But, you know, Donna just always took everything in stride and smiled and laughed. And so we all became very good friends. And then at one point, Donna and Ted's kids were getting older. And they were getting on with some of their own activities, even if it was, you know, upper college or upper high school or college. And in the meantime, the rest of us, the two other couples, were having our kids. And then we began being invited to this fantastic cabin here with all the space. So there would be the six of us, 6 adults, 2 boys, 2 girls, and Zach, a lot of times, where he is. And I remember thinking, I mean, it was a wonderful, wonderful time. We made it a regular thing. Donna smiling, serving grand platters of food. And I remember thinking, these 2 people have kind of gotten rid of their kids finally, you know, as this chaos. And they invite us with 4 little kids and Zach, and more chaos. And I'm like, are they crazy? What is wrong with them? But you could tell that Donna, she just loved having the kids around and the activities around. And we were reminiscing, you were mentioning last night, that the kids kind of took care of themselves and enjoyed being with each other, and we got a lot of adult time too. A lot of coffee time on the porch, a lot of laughing.
A lot of wine.
A lot. So gradually, then for years I wasn't able to come up every summer. It's been a long time. And I was very fortunate to see Donna and Ted right before Christmas in Wheeling while they were making their visits. We had a lovely time, good talking, good friends. And Donna knew I was retiring at the end of the year, and we had made plans to spend more time together this summer. So I have to say, Ted, I'm stuck with you now.
You have to make a couple of casseroles.
Yeah, got to start making platters of food. But I always will remember Donna's smile, and the love that she gave to everybody was incredible. And I will miss her, and Ted, we love you. So thank you.
Thank you. Would someone else like to say something?
Crying is always welcome.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's itself a testimonial to truth. Really is.
All right, I'll do a quick one. Thanks, Carla. So, I was one of the crews that worked at Ogilvy, and one of my first memories of Donna is we used to go back at lunchtime. She was the only one who had a little private space in her office, and we would go back and all eat lunch together back there. And I was hooked on The Young and Restless. I still am. Don't judge me. But back then, I could actually turn the radio and get the broadcast on my AM radio. So we used to sit back there, and all these people who didn't even know who The Young and Restless were before I came in, we would all sit back there and listen to The Young and Restless while we ate our lunch. So that was one of my very first memories of her. We, through the years, scrapbooked in the Poconos and Lancaster and Pittsburgh and just made the rounds and hours. Please look at some of her scrapbooks, because the love that went into that. And one of the funnest parts of the scrapbooking was not the scrapbooking itself, but it was, oh, look at this picture. Do you remember when this happened? And I remember this. And you got to relive all these memories again. And we just spent hours and hours reliving each other's lives. And it was just so precious to me. And I was really sad in a way when we moved to Colorado because I knew that scrapbooking journey was going to come to an end with Donna. But besides that, I didn't look back for a second. I miss all of my East Coast friends, but Colorado's where we need to be. And I told some people this story last night, that Donna introduced me to the fact that you were allowed to eat more than one ear of corn at dinner, which the first time I went to the farmer's market with her to get some corn, and there was, let's say there was 8 of us. So I picked out 8 cobs, because at my house you had a cob per person. And she bought like 3 dozen ears of corn. I'm like, are we going to freeze this or what? She's like, no, we're going to eat them for dinner. I'm like, okay. So we sat down and she made, and this plate of corn came out. And so I took my cob, and everybody took, and so then I started, people are taking more than 1 ear of corn. Is this legal? And from then on, thanks to Donna, I'm a 2-ear person. Thanks for that picture, Ted.
I want it framed.
I like that one, though.
And that was at the wedding, wasn't it?
That was at the wedding still, yep.
But I recognized the dress.
Well, if there is anyone else,
There is dessert.
yeah. If everyone's done, feel free to talk amongst yourself.
I want to say something.
Okay, well, come on up, Jenny.
I just want to say thank you for everyone sharing the day. It meant a lot to me. And I want to say thank you, Donna, for all the welcomes here after I married Bill. And thank you, Ted.
Yep.
I'll share something real quick.
Come on up.
I had a whole lifetime of memories with my grandmother, and I don't really have any exciting stories or that you haven't heard. I don't have any introspective moments that I could share aside of Donna that you don't already know. But I can share a piece of my heart and a piece of the memories I have here at Twin Lakes. So I'm 34 years old. I've been here 33 years of my life, as far as I know. And she was always here. So I've done a couple of these services, in remembrance of her life, but this is the hardest one for me because I feel like she's here. I feel like she's everywhere. If I see a chair with no one sitting in it, or an empty cup of coffee sitting on the table, I feel like she was just there a couple of minutes ago. And if I had just been a little bit sooner, I could have caught her. And that's a real struggle being here without her. There's a real hole and a void to fill, but it makes it so much easier that you're all here to share this time together. So actually, without you guys, I'd be an absolute mess. So I really do appreciate you being here, so we could do this together.
Can I comment on that? Didn't think I could speak today. This has been really hard this time. Being here at the cabin without her, it's been hard. I feel like she died so quickly and suddenly. I know she's gone, but there's a part of my mind that hasn't caught up to that, and that's where I feel like I am right now. And just like you said, still isn't there. I'm still catching up. This has been, and I think this celebration has been me trying to catch up to this idea. So, Dina and I both have been trying to figure this out. How do you
everyone. And so we're navigating this right now. And many of you probably have gone through this. And even though I lost a mom, I was a baby when it happened. And so Mom then took over when I was a baby. And now I'm doing it again. This time I'm aware of it. So here we are. And then appreciate everybody here trying to go through this with us. Thank you. And most of you guys all watched us grow up. Yes. So if you've kind of seen us a little irritable and not as social as we normally are, well, maybe you understand what we're going through. But appreciate it all and thank you very much.
We love you back.
I want to say one thing is that people are remembered for their work. And I think it needs to be acknowledged that one of Donna's work is this screen porch, which pretty much doubled the floor space of the lodge, which has been here for about 100 years. But she made a change to that porch that created where we've been eating today.
No doubt.
I just want to say something real quick for all the cousins. Because we've always been welcomed here. Ted has always welcomed us. But Donna made it really real that we could always come where we were. This was always a place for us to be. And that we, as family, we were always welcome here. And I miss her.
I'm just going to say something really brief. I wasn't even going to talk at all because this is the last one and it's really hard. And I've been to all three, so. But the one thing about my mom was her sense of community, her sense of giving to everyone. And this group here and the group in Wheeling and the group in Delaware is a testament to her sense of community. She always formed a community around her, no matter where she went, and she served that community, whether it be on a small scale or a grand scale, like what she did for the Democrats and the AARP. She really, really gave of herself, and I really, really look up to that and think that, anyone around that has ever been around her should take that and move on with that and grow your communities, because that was very, very, very special to her.
So we can have some cake?
Yeah, I'll get it out.
So whatever video you did catch, you could send it to me. I would
And there's two of them because I tapped out and started over again. But absolutely, I will send you both links. And